before we stop, hold on. Eagle Claw is stupid. I'm just saying.
Oh,
So
100%.
stupid. Oh, but I like it.
But like you said, it's meant to be though.
Yeah. So
You know, it's meant to be stupid because it's like Johnny isn't a genius. You know, he's good at what he does, and that's karate. But besides that, you know, he sucks at everything else.
everything else.
All right. So we got Cobra Kai. So it's out on Netflix, and we're getting the same thing like Witcher, where there's like, here is everything, enjoy for, you know, another year and a half. So making that. So we're gonna make it last. We're just gonna do episode 1 this week. And you've only seen episode 1. I saw the first 2 episodes. What did you think about it?
First of all, I love the start of it. I love the action. I tell you, I watch it. I feel like I'm a teenager again. I really do, because it's teenager comedy sometimes, and dealing with was it Johnny is just so. I mean, he's like a grown up that's never aged past 17. That's just what he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
man! And then was it when he was sitting there having dinner with what's his name, and his mom and the whole family, and he talks about his dream girl. I was cringing the whole time. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. But I mean,
so like,
it's a funny idea even to try to put Johnny and Daniel together. That's not going to work very well. But I mean, it's going to work, but it's not going to last forever. You know, they're just two different type of people. Even when they're trying to just warm up, it was just hilarious. All right, let's stretch. The other one was punching and kicking people in the face, and I don't know. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's like a good idea. We're like, hey, let's put these opposites together, and they have to team up for the greater good, kind of thing. Which I'm all for. I'm all for. I like it. Like, but yeah, it's going to backfire pretty bad at some point, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know when or how. Because that's what the series does. Like in the last 3 seasons, was they were like a little progression between their relationship, and then a huge step back, and then yeah. So yeah, that's the only thing I got.
He tries to pretend that he's just so mature and I'm doing things the right way, and he's really just a douchebag too. It's just what he is. You know?
Yeah.
Even things he says around his daughter, like, "Oh, we have to, the new one that's going to carry us to the championship." Like,
what do you call it? Like LaRusso 2.0 or whatever he said.
Exactly. I was like, "Shut up." Shut up. Just throw something at him.
Yeah. Even she was kind of like, don't say that. Like his daughter in the back. I was like, nah.
Why are you putting all this pressure? Where are you doing that? So.
Yeah. So I wrote a few things down when I was watching this episode. So they brought Silver back, like Terry Silver, which was awesome. And I liked that they made, like, he basically made fun of himself from that movie, because it was very silly, because all Karate Kid's very silly, but he was just like, that was a shock to me. I thought he was going to be like gun ho, like Kreese, and like, yeah, let's do it. But it was just like, he's like, no, I'm past that. It's whatever. He goes, I was so high on cocaine, and it was like I was terrorizing a teenager, for a whole year. And I was like, that's hilarious. That's like, it's so funny. And I come back to his like over the top laughing and silly stuff from the 80s movie.
Yep.
I thought that was
hilarious. That was really hilarious.
It really did. And that was the part that really that was like, okay, I did not expect that. I just thought he's gonna like, hey, I need your help, and he'd be like, I'll be right there. And it's the whole thing started off with him playing the piano, picks it up, he's like, hey, long time we know, and he's like, click.
Put it right
there. But I feel like that's a direct comparison to what The Last Jedi did, where The Last Jedi was like, here's your lightsaber, and he was like chucked it, and it pissed everyone off. Yeah. Where this one kind of did the same thing. He's like, hey, let's do this, buddy, and he's like, fuck off. but it's done so better.
What it also, I mean, it makes sense. He's an adult now. He's not acting like he's 8. Why do I care about these 16-year-old things? Why would I want to get into this again? Oh, I'm past this. You see my life. You see where I'm living. See how I'm living. Why am I doing this? Oh, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Get out of 80.
With Kreese, it makes sense. I mean, he's literally homeless, you know, like with mental issues. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
He needs it. Yeah.
He needs to be able to be drawn back in. I mean, it's the last time he was important in anything.
Yeah.
That's why. So
yeah. But I thought that was pretty awesome. I was like, I liked it. And then at the very, very end of the episode, he sees the bottle and he decides to do the karate kick, and I'm like, oh, there it is. It's coming back.
What did you think of what Kreese was doing with Johnny's son? How he
Robbie?
was how he's manipulating him and the things he was saying. I was like, you are really a dick. Just to be able to do that. Oh my God. But as a teenager, you don't see it. You're like, oh, he's right. This is right. He's right. My dad's terrible. He don't let me have no fun. He don't even let me stay up past 9 o'clock. Like, it's just like it don't make sense. I'll let you do that. Come here, son.
That's funny. Yeah, it was a lot like that, like trying to be like the adoptive father, but he's just using him, you know. And was it this? Yeah, it was this episode where he's like, I don't want to be a pawn in my dad and LaRusso and your guys' game. And he's like, oh, I don't see you as a pawn. I see you as a king. But I'm like, but you're still a player on the board. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're a pawn or a king. You're still playing the game that they want you to play. And Kreese knows that, but the kid who's too dumb because he's a kid doesn't know that, you know? So I thought that was kind of like interesting, you know?
I'm worth being important. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's your dad. So yes, I'm going to mess with his mind. Totally. And that's how we're going to ruin this relationship between him with Johnny and Daniel. It's what it is. You know, but I'm excited to see the next 2 episodes. So don't tell me what happens.
No. There was something else I wrote down that was kind of interesting, was how Kreese is just the perfect bad guy. You know, and they even make a comment when he's at the little dinner thing, and this like hipster guy, he's like, I forgot what he called it, but it's like, he goes, oh, you have the perfect blah blah chin, you know, or jawline. He's like, it's perfect, which is true. You know, he has this very pronounced like jawline, but that's
majorly douchebag. Like, it's just exactly what it is.
But it's just like a bad guy kind of look, and Kreese is just the perfect bad guy. You know, like he brings everyone down. You know, even when he doesn't even try to, he's like, you're coming down to my level, like it or not, kind of thing. You know, so that was awesome.
What do you think about the other kids? Like everyone in high school, all the things that they're dealing with. Also, you know, I see like the girls fighting, and I see the boy, see all these things, and I see them trying to deal with high school, knowing how hard it is. I find it really enthralling, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, like that they are able to like get these like people who are like, I don't know, where it's basically high school is just a background to the karate. You know, again, I guess it was like that in the old ones too. I didn't know what to expect from the beginning of the season, and it pulled me right back in. It pulled me right back in. I was like, damn it, I am so addicted to this stupid show. And it's so silly, so over the top, but it's just so good.
Exactly.
It is.
I was looking at it, I was like, man, I don't know what to say about this, except I'm going to watch the next couple of episodes again. I mean, I can't not watch the next episodes to see what's happening. So what do you rate Cobra Kai?
Man, this is definitely a now. It's definitely a now. It was so good. So real quick at the end though, I like how they kind of ended it. Besides, you know, Silver doing a weird kick, where Johnny and Daniel are trying to teach these kids, but they're doing things separately. Meanwhile, Robbie's over here got that shit down already. He's like, hey, I'm a little bit of Cobra, I'm a little bit of like, Miyagi. And I'm like, they're trying to figure out how to do it while he
already
he's got it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, that's literally their perfect student. And he's with the enemy, and I thought that was very, very fitting for the show, but it was also very like, yeah, it's his son trained by the enemy kind of thing. Yeah. So it's definitely a now for me. What about you?
It's a binge, not just a now. It's a binge.
Yeah,
you need to watch all of them as fast as you can, as much as you can.
Yeah,
like you finish episode 5 and you look up and it says it's 3:30 in the morning. You realize you gotta be up at 6. Damn, that's how good it is.
Yeah. I watched them on my lunch break, and then I almost clicked on like, all right, yeah, the next episode, yeah. I'm like, no, I gotta go back to work. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna binge this when I can. So you're going even beyond now. You're like, you need to watch it all right now.
Yeah, just as much as you can get.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so freaking good. It's so stupid and silly, and the acting so over the top. It's good acting, but it's on the over the top on purpose. And I love it. It's so
it knows what it is. That's what
exactly.
Self-aware shows are the best shows. When you know who you are, you play to your clientele, you know who's gonna watch it, and you don't try to overthink it. You don't like be Cobra Kai and then start doing, the tragedy of Macbeth. No, you will be Cobra Kai. And that's what's good, and that makes it enjoyable.
Yeah. It's also like a lot of things I think people missed. It's like I like stories where there's a lot of gray in it. It's like, oh, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. This one is like, who the good guy is and who the bad guy is. Sometimes it gets a little blurred, it's because like the good guy might go a little too far, the bad guy might like do the right thing, but for the most part, he's bad, he's good, and go. It's this is some simplicity of it is just makes it fun too.
I like that people have layers. They're not just all one thing. They mostly good or mostly bad, but they're still have layers to them. They're not just one straight thing all the time.
Yeah,
but as I said,
Kreese is he don't got no layers. He's evil to the bone.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is.
Yeah, his layers of evil.
Evil. That's what I'm saying.